Hello, Karen. How are you? Waiting for the others to come on. Thank you for joining us on today. We're going to be talking about a predatory mindset. A predatory mindset, which is really tremendous because predators, hello there. Nina, how are you? She said, hello there. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Is it Yesani, Yessalani, Michigan? That's the first time I heard of that, Nina. How are you? Thank you for joining us on today. Evangelist Karen, thank you so much. Plus, be free, Karen. We're going to talk about a predatory mindset. And this is going to take you into the mind of a predator. How predators get their prey. What makes a predator dangerous? A predatory mindset. Because the predator, his existence is already curtailed toward getting a prey. A predator. And sometimes it's good to know what a predator is. In the dictionary, it says a predator is any animal or organism that hunts and unalive other organisms, primarily for food, pleasure, or sport. Hey, Joe, how are you? Thank you for joining me on today. Someone who attacks and plunder for gain. A predator mindset. They are hunter, they are killers, they are beasts of prey, animals of prey, they are huntress, huntsman, they are tracker. Now, and they are pursuer, stalker, trapper, oh my God, chaser. Lord, listen to these different definitions. They follow, they shadow, they are shark, they are vampires, they are wolves. Anything to bring what they're hunting down. Hello there, MMXW. How are you? Joe, Mark 1, pleasure is okay. Thank you so much. Boy, you are on it. You are on it. We're going to talk about a predator mindset. When you deal with a predator, a prey cannot appease a predator. Because when the predator see you, it doesn't matter what light you are in, the predator see you as an object that they're hunting. And when they're hunting you for sports, they're hunting you for purpose that is personalized to them. So it doesn't matter what you do to a hunter, you are considered a prey. A prey must be dominated. A prey must be subordinate. A prey must be brought into subjection. So when you're looking at a predatory mindset, what are you looking at? The way they think, the way they devise, their caliber of what they're after. You see what I mean? All right. These moderators are on it tonight. Predatory mindset. A predatory mindset. When you are dealing with a predatory mindset, is there any relief from a predatory mindset? Is there any way out from a predatory mindset? And see, you got to remember, some animals that go on the hunt in a certain way. And sometimes it's the pursuit that they're after that makes the game even worth having. And so when you're dealing with a predatory mindset, In the mind of that predator, the prey is already captured. The prey is already captured. And so the thinking, the planning, the ideology, the goal is the predator. When you are going hunting, just say if you was hunting for a deer, you are going to curtail your capture to a successful hunt. And when you go into the forest, you're trying to locate the object of prey. And you want to catch the prey at the most vulnerable position possible. And whatever means you use to take that prey down, you want a straight shot. You want to be able to capture that prey. You want to be able to attack that prey. You want to be able to bring that prey under subjection. She said, I think I meet people like this all the time from day one, wanting to control me, and I just distant myself. Why? Because the distance, you know what you're doing? You are making it hard for capture. Because the more distant the prey, the more hard it is to get into a scope. And that's why the predator targets the prey and gets a good aim. When you are dealing with a narcissist, the narcissist want to get a good aim on your thoughts, a good aim on your ideas, a good aim on your desires, a good aim on your emotions. And the closer they get to you, the less likely they are to miss the capture. And see, MMXW, you have distanced yourself. When you discipline yourself, you don't become an easy target because you're out of range. The more distant the range, the greater the scope has to be. And sometimes, listen to this, sometimes what you have to do is distance yourself, cut it off. If you're within the range, get out of the range. Because sometimes, I won't say all the time, but sometimes the target, the narcissist, don't want to work too hard for the target. They don't want to work that hard. Especially if there is a great supply. But it depends on the interest of the narcissist. It depends on what they're after. When you got great game, then you got to be specific, because you know that you may not have an opportunity for this kind of prey all the time. This prey may be different. And so you may not have an opportunity for this kind of prey. Just say you saw a albino deer. And an albino deer is a rare sighting. But you want that particular deer. Because it's hardly ever you see an albino deer. And it's a white, beautiful deer. And you know that's not something you're going to see again. You'll see other deers, but not like this. And it is mature, the horns on this deer. So now you got to be specific in your hunt. You got to be meticulous in your hunt. You got to be meticulous in your hunt. And when you are meticulous in your hunt, you want to make sure the environment is conducive to the stalking. Your eyes is on that particular game. You're not interested in other game, because the other deers come, they're nice, they're beautiful, but they're not albino. And so all the other deers come through, you can loose that target because it's a distance or farther, or it's harder. And the other common come through. You don't want a common. You want that particular one. There are sometimes the narcissist will pay the price for the hunt, because the prize is so rewarding. The capture is so rewarding. It's almost like having a trophy in the NFL. It is so rewarding. Yes, it is not an easy game. No, it's not an easy target. But guess what? It is going to be a trophy that no other, like no other. It's going to be specific, and it's going to be unique. That's why we talk about predatory mindset, because a predator looks for a certain prey. They look for certain qualities in that prey. They look for certain situation with that prey. And the predator wants that specific. And we always talk about prime supply. See, not everybody get to be prime supply. Not everybody get to be the supreme supply. Because supreme supply, the predator will even go down the aisle with you. They will look to marry you. They will look to lock you in under all circumstances. Why? Because you are not just an easy prey. They may not have this opportunity again. So once they got that prey, they pull that prey in, and they do everything they can to get that prey in. They do everything they can to bring that particular prey in, because it's not easy. They're not easy in their minds. You know, when you first meet the narcissist, you're meeting the narcissist in your strength. You're meeting the narcissist with the strength of your mind. And you done been through certain things, and they haven't really got a hook in you. So they have to deal with what you've been through. They have to deal with how you are. She said, welcome everyone joining the chat. Make sure that you share and like the video. She said, and thank you for your support, and thank you, Danielle. So make sure you like and share this video, and invite other people to come online with us. And this is, hello, Danielle. She said, oh, okay. And you know what? We are talking about, let's utilize, for instance, prime supply. Just let's say that the narcissist is tired of their present supply. So the narcissist is looking to get prime supply. So in order to get prime supply, listen to this, always work the narcissist. Hello, Darlene, how are you? Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you online. The narcissists know that they're going to work for prime supply. One thing, prime supply is what they take out among the others. They will introduce the prime supply to their friends. That is going to be their trophy. They're going to go places with the prime supply. They're going to introduce the prime supply. And they're going to look like they have this bonded relationship with the prime supply. The prime supply let the outsiders know that the narcissists have the propensity to keep that person, to share life with that person. So the narcissist, once they get the prime supply, the narcissist is just not looking for a regular relationship. The narcissist is looking to bring that person into marriage. If they got a business, to make sure that they can take over their business. If they have finances, to make sure they can engulf their finances and curtail to get into the we principles. The narcissists look for the prime supply to become the us, the we, not the they and the them, the us and the we. And what they do is take time, because when you are dealing with prime supply, you got to break down the former mindset. You got to get rid of every other person they've had until you are the projected target, until you are the projected thoughts, until you are the scheme of everything they think about, everything they hope. They spend all their energies coming after you. And so what you got to do now is become the best thing they've ever had. Oh, prime supply. See, you think narcissists just come in and they work people over, and no, not prime supply, baby. Prime supply work the narcissist. That's why they got to build up strength. And if they with somebody, that person will tell you there was a period of time that the narcissist ghost them. If you know someone dealing with narcissist control, invite them by sharing this live broadcast. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so the narcissists know that it's taking energy. So what if they are with a prime supply, but they need to get rid of it because they're not getting the energy that they need, they're not getting the fuel that they need, they just don't wear them out. And when they wear them out, the narcissist want to move on. She said, that's what my narcissist husband tried to do to me. She said, he left me for nurse practitioner because she was texting him and telling him all she can do and can take care of both of them. See? Yeah, that's that primary supply. When they dealing with that primary supply, that's exactly what they do. But what the narcissist does, he scope out and survey what he wants to connect to. And see, if he already with a primary supply, that primary supply took care of him. That primary supply was everything that he needed her or him to be for that time. They gave what he wanted them to have, but he done used them so much. He done wore them out. And sometimes the narcissist is just like a child with a new toy. They wear the toy out. They need another toy. Even though they've been with them for 25 years, 30 years of your life, you've given to them, and they want something else. So they wear you out. They drain you. And now they want something else. And you were saying, everything I gave you, honey, that didn't mean anything. Because supply is just that. When I have stationary supply, I don't fall in love with my notebook. I don't fall in love with my pens and my stationery. Why? I have use for them, and that's it. There is no emotional attachment to them. But I do go for them because I use them. And when I need them, I go after them. And that's the way the narcissists think about supply. It's predatory, a predatory mindset. Predators know what they want. Predators know what they are after. Predators know why they are after them. Predators know what they want to do to them. A predator do. They're not there to love you. They're not there to build a relationship with you. Predator is there to get a prey. And Joe said she was a narcissist herself, and he was only there 3 months and left. I blocked him when he left, and he couldn't come back. She said, and now he's staying in a hotel, abusing drugs. She wasn't good supply. He thought she was good supply. But he probably a mid-narcissist, because a greater narcissist case their prey. She said, exactly, They case their prey and surveillance their prey. Do you know that some narcissists have been watching you for a year? They watched you for a year and a half. Shh. They didn't say anything. They didn't answer you on your blogs. They looked at you on your page, and they didn't say anything. They didn't show up. She said, she picked him up. Wow. And they watch you. They study you. They study how you post things. They look at your eyes when you post. They look at the seductiveness of your post. They look at the hunger of your post. And they start reading your posts. Predators only care about what they can get from the prey. She said they take empathy, they fake empathy and love. That's why they have to survey. She said, exploitation at its finest. Absolutely. Let me see, how can I say? A higher mid-narcissist and a greater narcissist, or the ultra narcissist. They call these the master narcissists. They don't hit you all at once. And then it comes out in the relationship. I've been watching you for a year. You said for a year. I thought you were just meeting me. I'm just meeting you, but I didn't touch you for a year. Yes, his cousin said that he told her, you know how much money they make. Wow. See? Narcissists that are greater or higher mid narcissists always have a purpose. Every predator have a purpose, but they're more extensive. They'll take the time to see you for a year, and they're very patient. Very patient. Anytime someone have observed you for a year and they're that patient, to me that would be a red flag. Narcissists consider anyone as target practice. Anyone but they don't go towards certain ones. Not the narcissist that is the greater narcissist and the higher mid narcissist. Narcissists feed like an animal feed. When an animal is hungry, they'll eat anything. But a predator, see, we're not just talking about a narc. We're talking about a predator. A predator seek prey and know why they're seeking them. They got a thirst, a hunger for prey. And based on the grade of that narcissist, that's the prey they're going to seek. A greater narcissist don't want to mess with low-ranking stuff unless it is trying to slap you in the face. Not a greater narcissist, because these could be your multi-billionaires, millionaires. Come on. They are your high-ranking officials, your high-ranking entrepreneurs. They've done this 1,000 times. So they're very, very careful of what they bring in their court. Because remember, we're talking about primary supply. You have to go with them. And you have to represent them. Honey, they ain't going to break you down and you mess up their reputation. No, they have to build you up. They will even dress you. They will put you in school. Oh, they're going to break you down, but honey, we're going to have to make you look good because you're on my arm. And they're somatic. You got to look good for me. So everything they got is because of looks. Because you're not going to mess up my reputation. This predator is different from a regular predator. We're talking about primary supply, but we're talking about the upper mid narcissist and the greater or the ultra or the master narcissist. No, anyone can't just come in their court. They would use you, but they will bypass you for a primary. They don't want you as a primary. Apostle, he's been sitting in the parking lot of the nightclub waiting on his next prey. Because he know what he wants. He know how they are. So he already got an ideology of who's in there. He already got a mindset of who's going to come out of there. What he think they're easy? They in there drinking, dancing, popping, lopping. And he thinking, all I got to do is fit the description of what they think they want. And I'm in. And see, when you got somebody with drugs, they need a provider. They got to have provision. His appetite is too sensuous and his appetite is too great for him to have impoverished individual. Because if he on drugs and you on drugs and he's poor and you poor, you're not going to meet each other's habits. He's observing the prey. And you know what? He's watching to see how frequent they are. I'm going to tell you something. And now they can tag your car and follow you. And you don't know your car tag. You don't know you're being followed. But something about them that gets their attention, the way they walk, the way they move. They're not draggy. They move like they're going somewhere. Not to say, I want that right there. She said, ain't following me in the name of Jesus. Well, I agree. But that's what's out there. That don't mean that we have to be a victim. That don't mean we have to be a prey. But we understand what's out there and what's available atmospherically. And see, remember, we're talking at a higher mid-level or a greater narcissist. These people just don't have common relationship. And when they do, they're making a statement to slap their primary source in the face. She said, thank you for telling me this. She said, I'll be on the lookout. You just have to know who you are in relationship. Because when you first meet people, unless the Holy Spirit reveal it to you, they look like regular people. They, especially a covert. Oh, the sweetest thing, or a psychopath. A psychopath and a covert are usually smooth. Oh, they're so smooth, you can't tell. Now, sociopaths, because they got problems with relationships and problems building relationships, they can be kind of quirky, you know? Like, what's wrong with you? You can't even have a decent conversation. Yeah, they kind of quirky. But a psychopath can be crazy. But they're very charming. She's an apostle. He was not like that the 2 years where we together. He was like that. He was totally a different person. I don't know who he is. No, he was like that. It just the mask, it took 2 years for the mask to fall off. You were so awesome. It took 2 years for it to fall off. Because usually when the narcissists come, you're perfect. Do you know that narcissist will actually fight for you when he first meets you? Because he's perfect. He think you're perfect. You could be 900 pounds. He don't want nobody to talk about the fat that's dragging the floor. He like, that's my fat meat. And they're perfect. Why? Because they don't see nothing wrong with you at first. You are the perfect specimen. Then you get your humanity come in. They're like, what? You mean you got faults? They're mad at you for being human. Why? Because the narcissist is human. They don't want to see your faults because they got too many of them. He did chase me down for years, of course. That's why you was primary supply. That let you know you prime. They do not invest in temporary supply. They do not invest in shelf supply. A narcissist don't invest what he's going to get rid of quickly. They don't spend their time because it's too much energy. He come in, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. He moving. Let's move on. But when he come in and invest, some of them will even spend money they don't have. They don't stole this person money to bring it to you to act like they got money, and that's not their car, or this person done bought them a car. And they look really good. They look really fabulous. Like you said, it took 2 years for the mask to come off. Girl, that means you had it going on for 2 years. He was able to hide for 2 years. Because sometimes you are so steep and so engulfed until you can't see them, until you see them. And then when you see them, you're like, whoa, where did that come from? It was there all the time. Because a narcissist is not changeable. What they do is mirror the changes that they present to you. That's how you know they cheating. They start bringing on other personality. They start taking on other character. Come on. A narcissist that is a predator must have a prey. They're too thirsty. And praise in their mind, their victim. You ain't never saw a conquering victim, a conquering prey. The only prey that conquered is the prey that got away. And if you get away from a narcissist, that means you got out before they put that trauma bond on you. You got out before they wheeled you in. Because the one thing the narcissists work on is your will. Your will is the mobility part of you. It's the thing that calls you to determine this is what I will and will not do. So he got to break that down because they need you in precision and alignment to what they want. And they need you to walk like a soldier, and they call the cadence. And as they call the cadence, you are marching to their beat. And you will march to their beat. And the one thing they want to do, they want to get a relationship real quick. They want to get you into ownership or co-partnership real quick. They want to get you married real quick. And then once they get you married, they want to get you pregnant real quick. Because once they get you pregnant, they know that's at least 18 to 26 years. Because from 18, if they go to school, that's 26 years. She said, I just got out. I just filed for divorce. And he just got served. See? See, Joe? You know what divorce is? It's to lose your voice. It's not to have a voice in a relationship. Because communication is one of the main prominence or the main thing that is in a relationship. We got to be able to communicate because we're communing. Once you stop communicating, it's over. We can't even talk. We're not going to see eye to eye. We can't even talk. Divorce that we can no longer communicate. We can no longer adjust where we can have any mutual understanding or come into a mutual place where we can work this thing out. It's over. It's futile. That's what divorce is. It's futile. No matter what we do, it's over. We done did everything. And we come back to the same place. Come on, Primary Supply. She said, we haven't had any communication since April of this year, Joe. April of this year, because it's May, June, July, August, September, in 5 months. She said, yes, 5 months. You know what, Joe? That's still in the embryonic stage. You got to keep your shields up. How long were you with them, Joe? You've been no contact for 5 months, right? Do you have children together? And how long were you with them? This relationship with a narcissist is not like any other relationship. You can't even compare this unless it was another narcissist relationship. Because these people, there is no reconciling. There is none. There's no negotiation. Narcissists don't go negotiate. They make rules and regulations and commands. Joe said no kids. On and off for 4 years, long distance. Wow. That can be a good thing because they're not right next door where they can take and stalk you. Good evening, Ernestine. Where they can't stalk you. They have to come a distance to see. So they got to work again. Believe me, baby girl, if a narcissist go to work to try to hoover you and reconnect with you, stay clear of that, because they can snap at the energy it's taken for them. If he is luring in the parking lot, waiting for prey, boyfriend getting desperate, and he's looking for a certain caliber, and he probably wants somebody easy. He wants somebody that he can blow their mind sensuously. He needs their money. He needs their time, because it's all about him. He just needs his habit. When you're dealing with a narcissist on drugs, it's all about the habit. That's his God. Nothing interferes. You don't interfere. His mama don't interfere. His kids don't interfere. Nothing stops him. He has to feed the appetite. Bacon flavor stream. Communication is the key to any marriage. She said Ephesians say that a husband and a wife should be subject to one another, serve each other, mutual respect. That is a husband and a wife. We ain't talking about a regular relationship, baby. We can't even use that. This is the narcissist. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you're dealing with a narcissist relationship, they don't care nothing about no Bible. They'll use the Bible, especially a spiritual narcissist. A spiritual narcissist can quote scripture like Satan quoted scriptures when Jesus was being tempted. And he couldn't win because it is written. A spiritual narcissist will use the word. If that's what's going to lock you in, he don't have no revelation of it, but he would try to use it. She said, I moved back to my hometown when we got married. I stayed with my mom and worked from home. She said, so he hasn't bothered me. And I work a lot and don't go many places. Good. Because that means that you don't have no interruption as you go to recovery. Do you know 3 months with a narcissist on a consecutive basis can take up to 2 years in order to get the kind of recovery you need, in order to get the strength of the recovery? See, some people recover, but you need the strength of the recovery. You need the stability of the recovery. You need the stabilization and the establishment of the recovery. You need the recovery to root. So in case you meet him, in case there's a Hoover, you got it down pat. She said, my father is a narcissist. He taught me a lot about what not to be as a husband. Absolutely. And you know what? Thank God. Usually when narcissists have children, they usually have, if you're sensitive, you're usually empathic. Empathic are very highly sensitive people. Highly sensitive people are able to discern other people's affections and emotions. She said, I know that is right. She said, I had one that pretended to be a Christian. Oh, baby, they're the worst ones. The Christian ones are the worst ones. They'll go to church and they'll be on time while you late. She said, okay, let's clear them because I don't know what they talking about. See, and so a spiritual narcissist have learned spiritual ways. They've been around Christians and they've learned that religious way. They don't have a personal relationship with God. They got church relationship. They got religious relationship. They got command relationship. They like different concepts of Christianity, but not a personal relationship of Christianity. Does that make sense? And so when you are dealing with a predator, remember, a predator is only for prey. You have to tell yourself that. If you tell yourself that, anybody come to you, you're not looking for your needs. Most people have a relationship because you need somebody. Most of you have a relationship because you feel empty. That's not a reason to have a relationship. That's all the reasons not to. I'm not going to have a relationship because I feel empty. That is a disaster waiting to happen. I'm lonely. Then I get a relationship based on my loneliness, what I don't have. So all of my relationship starts off with voids because I can't be fulfilled. No, that is not a reason to date. That is not a reason to covenant with somebody. Because I'm telling you, the way you enter is the way you're going to exit. If you get somebody because you're empty, you get somebody because you have holes in your life, you're going to get a person full of holes. Holes plus holes equal holes. When you get a whole person is not going to hook up with a person full of holes. Why? They're full and they overflow. And every time they overflow, they hit all of those pockets of holes. And there's nowhere to go but out. Whatever you put in them, they leak out. No matter how you tell them that, do you love me? I just told you 15 times. I love you, baby. Do you love me? What? I just told you I love you. And you know what you're saying? I wonder, do he love me? Boyfriend done told you 39,000 times today. And what happened? You're draining them. You're drawing energy from them because your unbelief is like a bottomless pit. That's why sometimes you got to take time to know yourself. You got to take time to be with yourself. You got to take time to understand what I like, what I don't like. I don't like that. Well, I do. Well, that's your business. I don't like it. And I don't want you to present something to me that I don't like. And I don't want you to give me something that I don't want. She said, best advice I ever got from my lady friend, Ginger. She said, find a woman that makes you want to be a better man for them. She said, but it has to be both ways. Make yourself better. See, the thing about that bacon flavor stream, regular people can join with that decision. Not a narcissist. Because a narcissist don't make you a better person. You know that by your father. It doesn't matter what you do for them. It is never enough. You can come in, number one, get a gold medal. They're going to say, you know what? You could have did better timing. You broke a record. You got the gold medal. They are not going to give you credit. Because the narcissist would never go to an equalizing place. They can't. You definitely got that right. No, they'll be competitive against you and they will diminish what you've done. They will diminish all of your work. They will make you feel like you got to come up higher. They just told you was at the top. That don't mean you can't be better, but you're at the top. They will not acknowledge that you're at the top. If they do, they take credit for it. They take credit for all of your effort. They take credit for all your work. If you hadn't have been with me, you never would have got that. I was the one who told you about that. I was the one who encouraged you. You would have never made that if I hadn't encouraged you. She said, yep, that's facts. She said, they they cannot walk on your shoes. She says, always about them. Yep. She said, their purpose is to tear you down. You know what? Always. Always. Because when you go down, guess what that make me look like? I come up. So I got to minimize you so I can stay up. Because if I build you, you can't. They got grandiosity issues. They want grandiose. They want to be praised. They want to be worshiped. And they can't be worshiped if you worship. So they have to tear you down. And remember, a supply has to be submissive with a narcissist, because a narcissist is immature. They're immature in their feeling. They're immature in their behavior. And they cannot equalize you. They cannot finalize your procession. They can't do it. And you know what? Most of them won't do it. Most of them won't do it. Bacon flavored streams said, Darlene, that's not quite right. They tear you down so they can feel like they are above you. Yeah, that's what I just said. Bacon, that's what I just said. They can't equalize you. They cannot equalize you. Anybody was with a narcissist, if you were married to one, you put all of your efforts in to make sure that everything is right for them. Food, house, if you had children, and they make it quite devastating with the children, because the narcissist is self-absorbing. They only care about themselves. Not even the kids. You said, but how can they not care about their kids when they had them? That has nothing to do with the narcissist. The way the narcissists think, their mind is not wired like your mind. Like Bacon was said, in a relationship of mutuality, you can shift, you can change, you can compromise. But there ain't no compromise with a narcissist. There's only gain. It looked like they compromised, but in the end, it's only gain. She said, I was married to one for 12 years. Yep. We got Karen on here that was married, Darlene, for 33 and a half years. 33 and a half years. She walked with a narcissist, trying to change, trying to make him happy. And then one day she woke up. And see, it doesn't matter how long you've been with them. You can have built a house, you can built a business, you have built a family, and then 12 years later, you almost start from the ground up. They tear down everything. If the courts don't do a mutuality with everything you have, they get lawyers just like themselves and try to take whatever you got. That's why when you know that it's not working, write things down. Write things down. Date it. Put witnesses around it, because when they take you to court, they're going to try to strangulate you. They're going to try to choke the very essence of life out of you. With you, your kids, your business, your finance, they're going to make you seem like you're crazy. And it was them all the time. She said, wow, that can't make them happy. I had to start all over again. Yeah, you can. You can't make them happy, no matter what you do. Because when you build from the ground up, they tell you that's their house. That was their plan. That was their ideas. And when you have kids, those are my kids. They don't want them. They just don't want you to have them. And they hit you where it hurts. The narcissists go after your kids. The narcissist would try to go after your finances. She said, nothing ever good enough for a narcissist. No matter what I did to make him financially better, he was never happy. You can't. They got holes in their souls. That's right, Karen. You can't. That's why you end up being drained. And Bacon said, as a kid of a narcissist, it's not about the kids. The narcissist uses the kids as a pedestal for them to use and stand on on to raise themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what the narcissists do. Becky, you're so right. You're their trophy. You make them look good. They take all of your gifts and talent. You make them look good because they're the father of that child. If you're good with football, basketball, you're good with math, excuse me, and you are acknowledged, the narcissist said very proud, like they did something. You did all the work. And when they talk, that's my son. My son. People shaking their hand, patting them on the back. And you're like, I just got out there and bust my butt. The narcissist is going to be the center of attention. They can't stand the child taken away from them. And even the golden child, the child that get praised, the child that they give their way, they get their way, because the narcissist want the representation of that child to them. Like Bacon said, they only want to use the child to raise up themselves, to give credit to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. A predator. That's why I said the mindset of a predator. Y'all, a predator mindset is dangerous. Because believe it or not, they're hyper-focused. It's like a person that has attention deficit. When they get in their mind, one thing, they sit on that thing. They drop a marble, and you're trying to get them the other marble. They're not thinking about those marbles. They want that marble. She said, I am proud of being a father. She said, but my job is to raise my daughter to have respect for everyone and to be honorable. I raised my daughter in Christ. Absolutely. You just raise her wisely. And see, you have to raise her wisely because there's already a frequency in the family of that narcissist. And Jesus redeemed us from the curse of the law. But you are teaching your daughter and raising your daughter, and usually a father that validates his daughter, that raises his daughter, she don't go looking for anything. Why? Because her daddy satisfies her. Her daddy fulfills her. It's just like God. The Bible says our life is rooted and built up and established in him. You are building her up. She got her daddy's love. She don't have to look for a man. She got daddy. And she won't. Everybody she get will be compared to daddy. Everybody she get will have to be in line with daddy. See, Bacon, you're a very smart man. Because you're raising a daughter of strength and confidence. Because I'm going to tell you something. Nobody is going to measure up to you but God. Nobody is going to measure up to you but God. Come on, as we finalize in these few minutes, I want you to hear again the title of this room. And the title of this lesson or this program is A Predatory Mindset. Bacon, you keep that mindset and you raise your daughter. You never have to be concerned with her wandering off because she's a daddy's girl with daddy's love. And as long as she got daddy's love, who else gonna feel that? Nobody's gonna feel those shoes. Nobody's gonna be able to feel those shoes. When she do bring somebody she care about, it has to be approved by daddy. When daddy approves, then that's going to be the release valve. Other than that, daddy, no way. She said, I tried. I'm not perfect. Only one man was ever perfect. And he was a good man and an example of what God should be. Well, being an imperfect man with a perfect love that's in you from the love of Jesus Christ. Loving your daughter, it will prevent her from a lot of atrocities. Because if other women had had the love of a father, they would have understood the love of God. And anything that come in that's not in comparison, they will dismiss. But when you're hungry, we have a young lady, her name is Tasha Liederman, that comes to our clubhouse room. She said something years ago, and we all kept it. She said, when you leave the house or your home hungry, you go into a world starving. Starving emotions, starving mindset, starving intentional, starving in relationship, starving in hope, will eat anything to satisfy that hunger. Let's look at ourselves and look at the crevices that are broken open, the places that are broken open. Because a predator needs you still enough to make their hunt. She said, if you don't already, please subscribe to this channel. Access full of archives. Your support and participation is so appreciated. And push this out to those who need it. Absolutely. And Joseph, this is how I felt when I got married. He reminded me of my father. And I waited until I was 50 to get married. Wow, Joe. She said, and my father passed when I was 40. Wow. And that's probably what you're looking for, a father figure. She said, and he was 80. And I wished my father could have met him. He probably would have told you about him to tell you no. And maybe your father saw so much that you didn't see. She's a National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233 or 1-800-799-SAFE. All right, y'all, we're coming to the conclusion of our hour. I want you to know that this it's always a blessing. She said, wow, mind blowing. She said, I needed to make sure my daughter is full of love, respect, full of faith, and of dignity and self-respect. Daddy, you are well on your way. And I'm telling you, you're going to grow up such an awesome young lady. As long as you keep that mindset, I can see her now. She will be one of the confident ones that will help other girls feel love and feel secure because of her daddy's love. I want you to feel free to write me Destiny Hepper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Hepper 12s at gmail.com. If you have any questions, and I want you to join me on Tuesday, 7:45 a.m. on Clubhouse. Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper. Tuesday morning at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time. She said, thank you, Apostle Sattler. You're greatly appreciated. You are so welcome. And Bacon said, my message to you all, know that you are loved and deserve respect. God bless you. Absolutely. Come to Clubhouse on Tuesday at 7:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time, and 9:45 a.m. Central Time. Join me every Tuesday. I'm here on Wednesdays, and I will let you know when I travel that I will not be here on Wednesday. When I travel, I'll let you know. But until then, you join me in Fantabulous Bible Wednesday Bible study between 7 and 7:30, and then we come on a few minutes after Fantabulous Bible study, 1 hour. And I'm going to start doing other videos. I'm just getting the time to do these fresh videos for you. And one I would like to do is the predatory mindset. Oh, I love talking about it because I want you to see past the mask that is put forward. Look at the characteristics, look at the traits. And when you feel and sense something is wrong, something is wrong. Trust your perception. I want to see you again on next week. I'm Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper. God bless you.